When it comes to dumb causes someone could get behind, the idea of supporting a game as panned critically as MindJack is, admittedly, pretty high up on the stupidity spectrum. Because on release, MindJack was not really a great game. Graphically behind the times, with performance problems, delayed control inputs, and...
Maintain observation. Do not intercept.
You're a high-profile activist and your file's got a 5-star pain-in-the-ass rating.
other issues. MindJack was a deservedly panned game, with an interesting online co-op and invasion mechanic which sadly came out in the year that Dark Souls came out. So, as far as causes go, this one started really stupid, and the original whole point of doing a petition for more MindJack was genuinely a bit of a joke to begin with the punchline being how many times I could fit the word MindJack in an ambitiously over-loving of MindJack description, which, for those wondering on the Change.org petition, is 39 times. So, if the petition is a massive tongue-in-cheek joke, why do I find myself genuinely supporting bringing back the life of a game many call among the worst of all time? Part of it's how interesting its multiplayer actually was. Playing a single player game where the majority of the AI was replaced with the relentless onslaught of people who could actually aim was an insane challenge to overcome, and being one of those enemies was a life of constant trolling satisfaction. Until you lost. MindJack is weird in that it ends up feeling like the ultimate underdog story every time you play. You are, after all, outnumbered and outgunned in, with the awful control lag and performance drops on console, a clunky, unpolished mess of a game where it feels nigh on impossible to hit someone sometimes. And yet, when you won it, it was this moment of pure dumb satisfaction that is borderline unrivaled because how stupidly high other players can set the hurdle to climb in the first place. I think the other part of it is that MindJack is a dumb product of unpolished ambition. It's a mess of systems that it's almost hard not to get behind from sheer dumb belief in its concept alone. While 60 FPS and more responsive keyboard and mouse controls will alleviate some of its symptoms of its shooting mechanics, I must admit that MindJack won't be suddenly turned into a great game from a PC port as much as my joking description claims it will be. But, as dumb as it all is, with a stupid level of community help and trolling, and the pure spectacle of its clunky weirdness, MindJack suddenly becomes a game that I really want to play again with others, because, as odd as it sounds, MindJack weirdly proves that the quality of something doesn't always correlate to the amount of fun you can actually get out of it. It is in many ways gaming's equivalent to The Room. It's so bad it's good, but it's hard not to love the stupidly lovable heart of it all. Well, that, and also in some maps you can for some reason get into giant robotic gorillas with rocket launchers on their back for no real explained reason whatsoever, but just because they thought about adding some giant robotic gorillas with rocket launchers on their backs. So if that doesn't want to make you play MindJack, I actually don't know what will.